Horizon Chess Home Studio and this is Hearts of Iron 4 Ethiopia versus the World. Why not? By the channel iSorrowproductions. Yeah, another ISP video. It's been a while since I did an ISP video. Yeah, I've been busy past few days, couldn't upload that many videos. So I was just re-uploading the old one just to make sure the algorithm doesn't go haywire. That's the problem. If I stop uploading certain type of videos for a few days, apparently algorithm just fucking leaves it. Next time I upload video, it won't even reach the people it did before. So that's why I was re-uploading. So yeah, we're gonna continue. I guess tomorrow I'll do the Balkan one. No, wait a minute. I won't do the Balkan one tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the Tommy Case and Sig one. But yeah, the and Sig one, and then I'm gonna do Balkan one day after tomorrow. All right, so let's watch it. Yeah, like ISP, ISP always creates some kind of a weird scenario like this. I don't know how he's gonna go against the world with Ethiopia, but the previous videos I watched of him where he tackled this game with some underwhelming countries, just like he's just gonna miss all the major events of the World War II. But it's still going to be interesting, so let's watch it.
Holy schmoly, it's that time again. Continuing in our series of playing terrible nations in Hearts of Iron 4, boy do we have a doozy for you today, but I will note that I am using Road to 56 this time just to make it a bit more spicy. Also, of course, before we start, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you watch my videos and haven't subscribed so far, as at 200,000 subscribers, you get to see my ugly piece of shit face. Also, you know, you get...
There's a recently a recommended video popped up about the the main channel from Hearts of Fire. There's some new DLC out or something. I guess we'll be seeing more videos about that too.
Like notifies when I upload videos. So if you've watched loads of my videos and you haven't subscribed, which is a fucking lot of you apparently, please subscribe. Why yes, World War II, that one time that Germany thought being a naughty boy was a good thing to do. But that isn't anything compared to when Italy decided to invade Ethiopia. Mussolini is the naughtiest boy around. Hail Selassie! In fact, no, don't hail me, I've had a bit of a rough experience with fascists considering they're currently invading my entire country. But not anymore, it's time we send Mussolini and his Tortellini gang back home to Italy. Step
It's
one
just
of beating the
Haley's
Italians and
Selassie.
invading your country. That's right, it's to run away. Everybody knows that pasta doesn't have legs, so how the fuck are they gonna catch up with me? You'd think there'd be more of a repercussion for dropping 17 units in the mountains and leaving them there for most of the game now, but you'd be wrong. It's completely fine. Fuck Santa Claus. Oh wait, no, that's not what it means. A hoodie.
Wait a minute, this game doesn't consider a certain harsh condition of fighting, right? Because throughout the history, obviously people will dispute this, but still, throughout the history, whoever tried to attack Russia during the winter especially was faced with the really harsh reality. They're fighting in cold, it's really fucked up, while Russia being the local was fine. So in this game there is no element like that. Like if you fight in certain conditions, it's hard for you. Like if you drop just people in some mountain there where the resources are gonna come, are the people gonna starve or something. If this game doesn't have that kind of element, Hearts of Iron 5 can definitely implement it with the latest technology and engines that they have.
I'm Mussolini, and if I keep shooting this mountain, surely at some point it'll collapse, right? Right? I'm trying to go up the mountain, but I'm just falling down from all the spaghetti that's spilt from my fallen brothers. Oh, I accidentally got rid of the event, but yeah, Hitler's dead, and... everybody say hello to Himmler. I'm sure this won't go absolutely terribly.
It
definitely will. With Hitler out the way, I'm going to go ahead and try to get some German support. You see, Hitler probably wouldn't have accepted this as he was very much hashtag Team Pasta, but Himmler's definitely not after seeing these casualties. Perfect! 16,000 German guns have just appeared out of the middle of nowhere. Where exactly they came from, nobody knows. Hell, we're in the middle of a fucking Italian lasagna sandwich here and there's no way you can get anything in. Well, with over 300,000 dead Italians and a bunch of German equipment, I've managed to train...
Look at that, you being Ethiopia, Hitler's dad, and suddenly you realize, wait, look at that, Germans actually accepted my request. And Germans are fighting besides me, that's something.
Some new units, and I think it's very much time for our army to push the Italians back to hell where they belong. Although I think in Italian, hell's pronounced a bit differently. I think it's called Naples or... no. Sicily. So if you're looking for a strat at home on how to win the war in Road to 56, I've basically shown you to this point, and as soon as you've captured this port with your newly trained army, you can just wait for the Italians to wither away. Unsurprisingly, the Italians have decided to run away, and we get the choice of stealing their land and turning it into our land. After the Italians have withered away because of no supply, feel free to just go ahead and brutally murder them with your army. Remember, no spaghetti. After taking out the bulk of their army, the rest is a piece of pie that's amore. Just remember to clean up nicely after you're done playing, because everybody knows tomato sauce is a hell of a thing to get out. Start a colonial empire, they said. It'll be easy, they said. You won't lose 2 times. With the north cleaned up, the rest of the Italians have decided to run away back to Italy, which is probably the smart move after witnessing 5...
Why are British not sweating at this point? Like, okay, Germans are fighting with the Ethiopians at our border because that place is, you know, ruled by basically British.
100,000 of their brothers die in a mountain, mostly due to accident from slipping down. And once you've pushed them out far enough, you'll be able to use the national focus, which pieces you out with Italy. But if you're not playing Road to 56, then you will be at war with Italy for the rest of the game, which actually isn't that bad really, because they don't really come back after losing their dignity so badly to a mountainside. And there we go, we've managed to go
belly
ahead
of the
and
Europe.
push the Italians back to where they belong and got ourselves a nice country and some new land all to ourselves. Look at me, I am the colonizer now, and boy do I plan on colonizing a lot of fucking shit, alright, you fucking colonists. How dare you colonize what I want to colonize? Give me all your stuff. But why would I do that? Because I said so? Well, I guess I can't beat that logic. Meanwhile, on the actual main stage of international politics, Himmler decides to go to war with France in 1938.
I told you I'd fuck shit up.
Good news, I asked the British very kindly to give me all their land, to which they said, sure. Why wouldn't we do that? That seems completely fair for us and everybody involved, that you should just take all this land. Good news, everybody, whilst cleaning up all the tomato sauce spilled over my country, we found...
That is a very interesting point though, right? During the colonial times where Europe was the dominant one, like there was not even any competition, right, in Asia, in Africa. But imagine if there was one country in Africa who was, I don't want to say that more powerful than any European powers, but close enough that everybody was like, okay, let's avoid that one. That would have changed the history, and that would have been really interesting history. Like, what the fuck? Like, this one power in Africa, I don't know, for any ancient gold or whatever, there are many real stories about how certain African empires had way too much money, way too much gold, right? I forgot the name of it. So imagine if there was one country that was economically way too powerful because they had way too much resources and money. And eventually they invested that smartly into military and just became overall global power, right? That would be really different history, right? We would have real different image of Africa at that point.
some rubber under the mountain. I can't believe it. Oh my god. A large oil field development. And guess what we're producing in the oil field? It's rubber. I want you to stop this. Why do you do the things that you do? Why can't you beat Denmark, but you can take Oz? Well, since my focus tree gives me nothing to do other than invade worthless shitholes, I'm going to invade all these worthless shitholes. Oh, look, that's where we put the oil field. We put it in Yemen. How could I confuse that? A large man. Don't mind me, Oman. I'm just here to prospect for oil in your country, because I keep losing oil fields somewhere. Oh, look. A piece of oil. Who could have seen that one coming?
Taking all the oil field.
A nice bit of oil and land.
Oh god, this is so good. Imagine if this actually had happened.
That one coming. Boy.
Ethiopia becoming a power and slowly going to the Middle East and taking Saudi Arabia, God knows what. Currently, at this time, they would be one of the richest countries in the world just because of that. Because of all the fucking oil field, and especially because of Saudi Arabia, right? I mean, if British knew like how profitable oil is going to be in Saudi Arabia around it, I'm pretty sure they would have never left it, right? It doesn't matter what happens. They would control that area. They would control half of the Middle East.
Look getting a nice bit of oil and land. Himmler's probably thinking to himself in Berlin right now, hey, I'm the best person for the job. This couldn't have gone any better. Meanwhile though, Ethiopia sees no purpose in itself other than to just invade countries next to it, because what else do I do? That's a lot of... I mean, I have nothing to do with the...
Don't pause too much, but what was the saying? I guess Alexander the Great said it or whatever. But there's a saying like, if an empire rises up and if it doesn't conquer, then it stagnates, right? And it just disappears. So in order to empire that just recently rose up to be big or even sustain, it has to conquer, right? I mean, through the history you have seen this, like if an empire is just rose up and not conquering, it's really hard for it to stay afloat. So it kind of makes sense. Ethiopia is just trying to conquer as much as place it can, I guess. Otherwise, you're not going to be empire. You're just going to disappear.
Oil, because I can't produce anything other than guns, but hey, can we just take a moment to look at Iraq's leader and appreciate the fact that he decided to have his first name as his last name because he liked his first name so much? Well, you know what they say, it's impossible to invade Iraq and not have it go well. I feel like I've got that quote a little bit wrong. And Turkey's invited me to their cool group of countries that are being invaded by the Soviet Union. But pro tip, I'm doing more of the invading than the being invaded. Yeah, you know, I'm sure there was no one that could have done the job a bit better than Himmler. I mean, this is the best possible outcome. I'm going to get revenge on all these Western countries that colonized Africa. Starting with Bulgaria, the famous colonizer. Right, guys, how should we go about punishing Germany for starting World War II? Well, I've got a great idea. How about we make them release half of Austria? Yeah, I know it sounds a little bit tough on them, but they need to be punished. They've already started another war. What? They've already started another war? Yeah, you know, putting Himmler in charge of your country wasn't the best idea when you're now getting invaded by Yugoslavia, a war which you started after getting rid of him. I'm sorry, I can't live in a world...
How do you tell your people like this is a good thing? Oh, well, once we were this mighty power that everybody feared, and now Yugoslavia is attacking us.
Where Yugoslavia and Romania and Hungary all team up to take down Germany and win. Now all we need to do is tactically take all the provinces that don't border with the Russians for reasons that are quite obvious in that I don't want to die. I don't want to be overrun by Russian people all over the entirety of my country, which is not really my country, it's Bulgaria.
So ISP has more brain than I guess most people in power around the world, because ISP decided he doesn't want to attack anything close to Russia and try to occupy anything close to the border that is Russia.
But I stole it. Oh, the 9 circles of hell. I'd like to introduce you to the 10th circle of hell. It's Ethiopian held Balkans, and Jesus Christ, it is fucking horrifying. Why everyone's still at war with each other? Soviets have started war. No, clear the airwaves. Lithuania declared war on Estonia. The war with the Soviets is a very slow push. We are slowly overrunning their lines and doing some encirclements and killing hundreds of thousands of Soviets in one go. It's just a usual war with the Soviet. What?
Yeah.
The Turkish alliance is pushing.
God.
No, fuck that.
I remember the Barbosa one, right? I watched multiple videos on that. Oh, fuck me. There was also the one, who was the creator? But I'm pretty sure it was like a live update type of video, which animated map was constantly getting updated really accurately. And you could just see that Nazis Germany basically just circling all the Soviets and 50,000 POWs, 75,000 POW, 100,000 POW. What the fuck? They're taking prisoners at 100,000, that's right. And then people are surprised, like Russia lost a lot of men, and they lost so much men that they actually had much more women than men because of it. I mean, that one video just like stunned me, like holy shit, how many POWs? I mean, how many times Germany can do that before Russia's like, let's make sure a flank is secured, because they're constantly encircling us and basically taking us prisoner.
We need some more interesting news, like the fact Estonia's now declared war on itself, as if it wasn't bad declaring war on Lithuania. That might complicate things. You know, it could be a lot worse. Well, I guess Hitler or not, some things are just pretty damn inevitable, aren't they, Germany? Well, speaking of inevitable again, Germany's at war with the goddamn Soviets, and oh, that's just damn rude, isn't it, Germany? Well, things are starting to go our way in the war with the Russians, so we're gonna go ahead and just sneak back into Romania. Nobody ever said that Franco was a clever man because he just declared war on Venezuela, who was guaranteed by the goddamn US. As you can see, we're making a good breakthrough into Russia now, mostly because the Soviets have obviously lost 7 million troops trying to beat Afghanistan, so do I deserve to win this? Probably not. Oh, and yeah, once again, I forgot to record because the Soviets just like to capitulate when fucking ever. So, yeah, there you go. This is the most disgusting thing I've probably done in a while, I won't fucking lie. Well, there we fucking go, alright? If this isn't the most disgusting thing you've seen in a while, then I don't know what else to fucking give you guys, because it was pretty fucking horrible, but it wasn't actually that hard. Ethiopia actually has a sizable manpower pool and enough industry space for me to actually grow as a country. And as soon as you know how to win the war with Italy, it's pretty easy from there, especially in the road to 56. So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like. And
yeah, that's just, that's the fucking Ethiopia started from here, all the way up to the fucking Russia. It's like it was a revenge or something. Like, I will take on all the countries that is between me and Russia. That's what I'm going to do. Ethiopia. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, alright. Alright, well, that was lots of fun for Ethiopia versus the world. Surprisingly good result. I guess there were mods were involved, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, surprisingly good result. I mean, one thing I learned in Hearts of Iron 4 that like you can't just do ridiculous shit. Like you can't just take one country and just be main power in the World War II because the time will run out before you can do anything. So I'm pretty sure there was some mods were here, but I don't know. I guess comment down if there was no mod and this is just like base Hearts of Iron 4 where he did this. It would be so awesome. Alright, well, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. Comment down if you want to return a specific video, ISP, Balkan 1 or whatever about the this. Hearts of Iron 4, Victor 2 or whatever. I'll definitely put that on my list, and yeah, I'll see you next time.